breaks and draws. All right, we're on to messages and to Q&A. There you go. Greetings. This is Archangel Lucifer. Greetings to you. This is a lot of self-reflection going on. I do feel much of your religions losing their energy. Of course, they've been doing that for some time. Of course, many are holding back on their awakening, so they get a father figure. Your religion is like a father figure or parents. But throughout as more people in the spiritual community feel more confident in themselves, what they believe in. They don't have to tell the world what they believe in, but confident in their own belief system, that vibration goes out to the earth and stronger. So when people are afraid of all of this, they can, like on an angelic level, grab on and not be so afraid. Because this is a little bit scary world that you're going into a higher vibration reality. Many are afraid of the light, basically. What it can offer, basically higher dimensional knowledge. Doesn't mean it's going to take away their problems, but some aren't ready to let go of their problems, as you can see. Especially the media is not ready to let go of its problems. It has its own problems. So, all right, send you energies and your awakening. Things. Greetings to you. We got a tall white energies. Greetings, a tall white collective. We do feel like our government is letting go, not as strong as it used to be. As of course, we are always an observing race. We're not one to interfere. We're just there to keep the children together on their planet, or keep the Earth, healthy, even if it's not exactly healthy within itself. But basically, keep the babies in the crib, you can say, until you're ready to go out into space. As some are slowly, of course, on a public level. You're basically learning more about yourselves. So as you become more multi-dimensional, your past will become more clear. Your timeline will become clear. It doesn't have to match up with anyone else's timeline. As we believe this is the age of more spiritual, people going more into a spiritual direction, understand just their individual timeline, whatever there is. If there's multiple Jesuses back then, you're connected to Julius Caesar was another version of Jesus, whatever it might be that you're connected to. I feel like that is where you're going. Some of you have past lives where you're connected actually to multiple versions of Earth, where they're actually connected. Life makes things even more complicated. So what do you do with that? Greetings you. This is Redmond with the Sirian, right? Sirius B. Blessings to you. Yes, what is happening? Yes, humans are holding on to the third dimensional ways as predicted by many species. Not in like it's necessarily a zombie reality. It might seem like that in some form, but it's basically a physical reality they're not ready to let go of. The physical of just being human. It's just that they don't want to lose this form. They feel like if they go to higher vibrations, they're going to lose it. And technically, in some ways, they might. So they're going to hold on as long as they can. So yes, when you're looking for answers of why the world is the way it is, because some can't let go of the physicality of everything. They just don't want it to go away. So that's why there's been wars in your past also. Just so they don't want to go back in this spiritual form, the fourth dimension. Some do, and they do that. But many don't, as you can see. So we're here to answer your questions whenever you're ready.
Blessings, greetings, Redmond. It's an interesting message. We're just having a discussion about food and letting it go, and that kind of matches up. I was feeling self-conscious about it, while I was hearing your message.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you for that.
Yes.
Yeah. First up this evening, we have Silverclaw.
Hello, friend.
Greetings to you.
Greetings to you. My first question is, when do you see people coming into my room? Like what time of day? I believe like in this week, but I was just wondering if you had like a prediction, like what day and maybe what time.
Well, the week is almost over.
Right.
Probably afternoon time is what we're seeing.
Can you
They're
repeat
not
that?
saying the afternoon time is what we're seeing.
Okay.
It's
So it
not
could be.
being clear what day. Nobody knows. It's
Oh,
free will. So the only way to really know is to go ask somebody.
mm-hmm. So it would be before Saturday, or do you
We don't
think it
know.
could? No.
That's why you should probably ask them. There's there's no way to know.
Okay. Well, I mean.
That's a violation of also someone's privacy too.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's in the next 2 days anyway. So I guess that helps in the afternoon. Okay. So um, my next question, can you comment more on the exposed root at the like on the top left molar side of my mouth? I mean, I remember asking Ivan, and he said that it might have to get removed at some time. I was just
It's probably a good idea to get looked at and taken care of. It will get worse over time from what we're seeing.
it will not.
It will get worse.
Do you think it's
So,
because of the bruxism?
well, it needs to be taken care of. It's sick.
It's sick. Oh wow. So basically, just commented to like my dentist and like have tell him to
Yeah,
look.
just research it. Yeah, ask your dentist about what you can do. Yes.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, blessings, thank you. Up next, we have Logan.
Greetings, Redman.
Brings to you.
For my first question tonight, I'd just like to know, are there any messages, general messages from the Zetas?
Well, you are a teacher of theirs. They take into the farther regions of the universe. They say at one time you got assembled as a robot. I guess it took it too far. Where you got abducted, turned into a robot, and that was very difficult to get you out of that situation, it seems.
Yes.
So you're teaching them how to be human, but they are teaching you of their reality. So you go into a Zeta reality normally on a daily basis, on a nightly basis. They're so worn. It's like going to this Zeta group is like going to a bunch of Native Americans, but they're all Zetas. Of course, they're not dressed up like Native Americans, but it's kind of like that. So, where they're connected to each other collectively, they have their own ways of doing things. So,
Cool.
you're helping other people understand them. You're helping people, heal the fear of them. Essence.
My second question is, are there any messages from any of my spirit guides?
Yeah, it's a good idea to concentrate on your future. Always have many options. They do see as an option as a future in the medical field in some form of it, even possibly psychology, possibly, but it's up to you. But they're just for because it's a little early to look into all these things, but it is something to think about.
Yeah. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we have Kathleen.
Can you go to the next because I'm looking for.
All right. We'll move on then. Go next then to Tristan.
Greetings, gentlemen.
Great to see you.
My first question is money situation. My contracts are ending soon. Do you see what do you see in my future? Should I be worried
About what is this exactly?
about
Contract?
Yeah, the contract I have it's a website that's ending now, and I don't have nothing. I have a little thing coming up, but that's about it, which is unusual. So
it's difficult for us to connect with. We don't know what you're talking about exactly. Contracts.
is it right? Oh, sorry, for my job, for my business, what I do for a living, for money. So, and I'm worried about what's going to come next because normally it comes in, but now it's not.
Is there people you can connect with or communicate with or market with or we say just do that. Just to reach out to others. Sense. Yeah. That's the way you can do with that. That's what you do now.
That makes sense, yeah.
Right.
The other question would be just general messages and what I'm up to.
One moment. There is a Yeshua energy that you're connected to in a parallel life. You're actually helping a Yeshua, Jesus being, healing others. You're like his second mate, to say, or his number one, or however they want to word it these days. You're helping him in his direction. So you're like the PR for Jesus. So it's just something. It's the reason your guys are saying is to give you a different power. That you are very spiritual in other realities. So this is nothing new. It's just in this world you're going about it a little bit differently than usual. Normally you would open up a lot sooner than you have in this life, but you open up exactly what you need. You're just going about things a little bit differently in this world. So normally you've had lifetimes where you can see things very clearly, like when you're like 5, 6 years old, you're just be clear. But in this world, you want to think about everything differently. So you're going deeper into the realms of the unknown here, as you probably have some idea of that. Like some of those entities, the dark entities, those used to be relatives, friends you've known in the past that you're here to still understand from what I can see. They still have knowledge. You're still learning from them, no matter even if they are in that realm. So, and help others understand them too, that they're people too, basically.
Yes, they are.
They can get vicious. They can get angry at people, get vicious. The idea is to calm that down. So people can understand the underworld a little bit more clearly without getting an attachment.
And so the underworld can exist without being as bad as it has to be.
It just it gets that way because it wants attention or it feels like it deserves it or wherever.
Okay, that makes sense. Blessings. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Up next, I got Braden's questions he asked me to read. His first question. Hi, Redmond. Long time no see. Hope you are well. Do you have any messages for me?
There's many star alliances that you're connected to. In Orion, that you're still healing. You have a lot of family in Orion. that you're still to connect with in this physical reality. Well, a lot of them are connected to Egypt. You also have Martian incarnations that I don't believe you're that familiar with. There's actually a colony on Mars that you're connected to. Obviously, you're not going to see in the physical, but it is in the non-physical. You've had many Martian lifetimes. You had family, kids, and you were a farmer on Mars. I believe there's more to it than that, but one of those farmer lifetimes.
Okay, thank you. Second question. Are there any messages for me from the tall whites? Thank you. Blessings.
Because you know the tall whites are energy field around you. You're very connected to the moon. So you're astral, you've been having a lot of galactic meetings on the moon due to what's going on to the Earth. But also here to settle out some of the alien beings and get kind of reckless here on the Earth. You know, because the humans here call for them. Call for mantis, they call for insectoid beings to keep them in the third dimension. So a lot of that's being healed. This could be it. You know, that's another reason why, you know, animals get a lot of ants or not ants, fleas, things like that. It's not. Usually has to do with a family member. It just wants to hold on to the third dimension. So.
Hey, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we've got Daria.
Hello, Redmond.
Greetings to you.
Greetings. So, maybe I could ask you, in my world nowadays, I've been diving into the lowest, maybe, of the astral, what we call the abyss. And I've been having dreams about demons, which I think are so cool. And I just want to know, do I have any message from the places that I visit, maybe?
Well, you're like the public relations of the underworld, it seems, at this time. They also show like a desk, you know, like a welcome desk for people to connect with. Because, you know, behind the desk there's a bunch of demons, and it's just like for people to not be so afraid of it, to understand it, to heal it, so demonic beings can like live among humans, and you know, there's not so much of a war going on. Because right now there's a split.
They do live among very many people they are attached to.
Yes.
But not in the way we are thought to, but as of they are teachers, which are, I feel they're so cool teachers. Like, so, and yeah, I had a dream. There is a guy that works out in my gym. And he just started to date this woman, and he's winding up in my dream. I don't know, he talks to me and everything, and she's like, leave me out of the dream, don't drag me in your dreams, like she's afraid. And whilst I've been dreaming about these people, they are popping up in my 3D, like in another city. I've been meeting them, like saying hi, like it's all coincidences. So any take on that, maybe?
Well, it seems like your reality is getting lighter around you as you go more into the demonic realms, are releasing a lot of blockages that were once there. So it's like you're feeling more free in this reality. So as you dive more into the demonic realms and heal it, understand it more, I feel like your physical will make more sense. It's just synchronicities showing that it's just things are getting lighter for you.
Because I felt like she wasn't meant for him, and he is actually spying on me, which I think.
Yeah, he's trying to, you know, pull you into his energy field because he doesn't know what he's doing with himself. He can't seem to find a purpose for himself. So that's the only thing he can think of right now. So you can give him something to think about. Here, learn how to tie your shoes again or something. Give him some kindness. Give him something to do.
Oh, what am I dealing with this? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
he's just an energy that, he puts on a big show in the physical, and he's doing he's putting on a big show in the astral. So he just wants, it's like he's sending out galactic email to everybody. And you guess you took a look at it, see what he was up to.
okay.
Yeah, he is kind of like a spy in some regard. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Well,
stalker.
yeah. Well, thank you for that, Redmond, and
Yes.
have a cool channeling with this
Yes.
group.
Right.
Bye.
Yes.
Hey, blessings. Thank you for that. Up next, we have Anana.
Hello.
Brings you.
Yeah, my first question, I would love to hear you speaking about false light program.
Well, much of it comes from your government. It is coming from your media. It's mostly government because they're hiding everything. So even local governments involved with, but usually the main government's involved with.
Yeah,
So
I would love to hear like about in the New Age community, like there a lot of thing I now discovering when I now getting
those are like
deeper.
cult leaders, you mean, things like that.
Like they're making us think that they just lie, just laugh. So kind of we do not even look at the direction of what's going on, and that's like spiritual war really happening. So they
Some of
kind of
them,
like misguidance.
yeah, some of them are, well, for some of them that's the only direction they understand is going into the light. That's it. They don't know anything else. So they're afraid of the dark, afraid of the darkness within themselves. So, but yeah, and that's where darkness hides usually.
Yeah,
So
that's what I
more
was.
like,
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, and what I wanted to hear more, like your perspective from there. What do you think about this program?
Well, those are going into those directions. Something they have to learn about themselves. So for you not to just focus on what you need to focus on, people need to go through what they need to go through. So some like the fancy spiritual energies, the easy ticket. If I talk to this person, I'll probably go into the fourth dimension or fifth dimension. It's similar to spirituality. I mean, the religion.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a learning process. It's the new church, basically.
Yeah.
So, and for those that are doing it, that's their only purpose. Some of these spiritual teachers that are doing that are, I believe, some of them are slowly decaying within themselves. Eventually, they'll be seen as what they really are, but they're absorbing the energies of others, so they can live as long as people are paying attention. But there are holes in what they're doing, though.
Okay, my second question is there any messages from my Sirian family, as you're from Syria?
There's a lot of dolphin energies that you're connected to. Basically, for healing, it's the beings might show up. I believe it's just basically a healing phase for you, a process for you to heal through the oceans, through the water on this planet, basically for you to think more clearly. So cleanse, like people splash water on their face, it's like clearing out your third eye, basically. I do recommend certain oils that you find, some of these oils that are offered. Some of them will help you, especially in your third eye. You can also put oil on your third eye, like lavender, for example.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Yeah, and I'm have a deep connection to water, so yeah. Thank you. Have a good chat. Bye.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we have April. April, you there? Okay, well, we'll move on. Hopefully April gets back. So up next is Dragon.
Hello, how you doing?
Yes, screams.
All right. So you're Redmond, right?
Yes. Yes.
You're from Syria? Or Syria?
Yes.
Not
Yes.
Syria. Wrong place.
Yes.
So, cool. And I guess my first question is kind of random. Joshua or Joshua or Jesus or whatever people want to call him,
Yes.
was from Sirius, right?
Well, it depends on who you're talking to. Some say it's from Sirius, some say it's from the Pleiades. He's from everywhere.
I guess my main question is, so I had a memory of a past life, and I imagine there's multiple different realities where
Yes.
he actually wasn't killed or crucified. He wouldn't have gone for it, but he wasn't really alert enough to stop it, where someone just sort of took his place when he was knocked out for a long time. And I witnessed, a lot of the nasty things that were done to him, which are kind of watered down in the New Testament, kind of like it's a children's book, like the thorn of the crown of thorns on his head is like really a joke compared to what they really did to him. It's like horrible stuff. And what they did to some other people that tried to help him was really gory details. I guess the question I have is, what I remember is there were multiple incarnations before he even came, and in fact, Mary Magdalene came first, from what I remember, and we went over and over and over again trying to just bring that energy spike in that until he could incarnate. I wanted to know if you had anything to say about that, or anything to add to that.
One moment. Well, with the incarnation of Jesus, basically it was, yes, a clamp down on the spiritual movement that was actually going on. So basically, the churches used him to shut down spirituality, basically, as what you are seeing it today. So they used him as a martyr, you could say. A lot of it lived within Mary Magdalene after, well, his death or not his death, whatever it might be. But yes, there was many multiple Jesuses before that, yes, or deities that were similar to Jesus, yes. A lot of them came from Babylon that had power like that, even more, I guess, were taken down. That was due to when Babylon was being shut down. So yeah, some souls are coming in so powerful, they had to find some way to end it.
So is this the repetitive going back and back into that timeline and continually building up the energy that eventually led to him coming, that really freaked out the people in control and were like, we've got to stop this?
Yes, yeah, it was basically to put fear out there for others that are here to awaken others, in their spiritual direction, yes. For the more of the physical to come in, yeah, or to implant the physical reality. So.
Cool. Do you have any messages for me?
There's a lot of Zeta energies that you're healing at this time that are letting go of the lower vibrations of the earth. Some of it has to do with space technologies. It's something to do with SpaceX that you're connecting to, basically for more of the truth about that to come out. But basically for more of the technologies that are hidden to be released, but in a way where people can handle it. They're showing like smart watches, like little ways that they can sneak in technologies without anyone really realizing, more alien technologies being downloaded into the reality, such as what they're showing is everyday electronics, like your washers and dryers, things like that. Making it a little bit more efficient, just a little bit, little by little. So a little bit more cleaner environment too. Right.
And maybe a non-volatile memory in all of them, so you don't have to reset them when the power goes out and fix the time.
Exactly.
Well, thank you, and much love.
Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. I believe April is back, so we'll go to April.
Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. I wanted to ask about my connections with my grandpa Marvin. He died when I was in my early 20s, but he was very spiritual, and he was filled in as a pastor. He had Native American connections. He had worked with crystals his whole life, and I just found out yesterday that he was a channeler. I did not know that, and he's come to me in my dreams, and I just wanted to know if you could see any connections, because I feel him real strong right now.
Mm-hmm.
See if you had any messages for me or anything.
Well, he's also, yes, a Palladian being. He's also been an angelic being. So is this here for just, like, well, for what he says, like pepper in reality for people to find themselves, or help them find themselves without him looking like he's doing anything. So basically his presence is there, so people can come to him or come to his sermons, wherever it might be, and just slowly discover themselves without, just for him to do a message. Those messages are actually made for certain people, than to, like activate, like keywords to activate themselves. So he was channeling to certain people during his sermons, if I can say.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. And then my other question is, are there any messages or can you see what I'm doing in astral? Because I haven't been seeing many of my dreams lately or remembering them. So just wondered what I was up to.
Well, there's still a lot of, psychedelic mushroom energies are there, large ones. So you're sharing your herb with others, how to use it more properly, especially those that are getting close to OD on themselves. I don't think you can do it on mushrooms, but maybe you can. But either way, you're working with those that are getting close to overdosing on certain substances.
Okay.
That's why things I'm not very remember, because I think it can get kind of heavy there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Chrissy's questions. Her first question: how will Hayden and I do living with my friend in Arkansas inside the crystal vortex?
I believe it'll be fine. Hayden's going to activate even more from what I can see. I mean, he might get more talkative. He might not understand what he's saying. I feel like he'll get more excited, is what we see. So that might drive you crazy a little bit. So, lessons.
Okay, thank you. Second question: do you see Hayden's energy becoming more calm living in nature inside the crystal vortex in Arkansas?
No, I feel like he's going to get worse. Because he's in the crystal vortex, he just wants to sing all day, from what I can see. So you're going to have to just find some way to ground his energy. Feels like he just wants to talk even more for being in it, from what I can see there. So you have to put your intentions so you can ground. So yes, as long as you put your intentions in there and work very hard with him, because he's going to be a tough one there, it seems. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Up next, we've got Stephen.
Hello, Redmond.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. How are you doing?
Doing well.
Sweet. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Much love to you.
Yes.
Since you're here, I would definitely love to connect with Sirius C or B, or any of my aspects. Just any info, new info you can share. I would love it. Thank you.
Well, in Sirius, you had a lot of draconian connections, it seems. I feel like you're still dealing with it at this time. That has a lot to do with the connections with Earth and the Middle East. So it feels like your Palladian self is in Sirius a lot. Because if you're a Sirian, you can't always see everything clearly. But if you're a Palladian in Sirius, you can see it more clearly. But some of these reptilians are really I mean, reptilians here are acting like humans on other planets. They're really hard-headed. They're just stuck in their ways. So it's a different environment what they're used to. So they're actually copying humans. So people are still, beings are still adjusting to that.
Sweet, thank you. Second question is, I'll leave it open, just connect with any of my aspects, Galactic family, and see if they have any message for me. Thank you.
But you're doing a lot of connections of Men in Black in the higher dimensions of what has to do with the government, basically replacing the government with a more positive government. Obviously, people here are not ready for that, but you are. It's in the setup process. It's always evolving until it's ready. Until humans are ready to experience it. You're also part of the future of when humans connect with alien beings, as you know. So it's always a process that's constantly going on. It's like preparing for a play that never happens, but at least you're ready for it when it finally goes live. So they're always in preparation. So blessings.
Blessings. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we got Kathleen.
Yes, hello.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. I'm taking these prescription pills for sleeping. Just taking just a quarter of a dose, but I'm thinking to try to understand how they work. And can you see something how they actually,
Well, it don't seem like the healthiest way of going about it. I mean, we're not seeing exactly what it's doing, but it's not. It's almost like manipulating your energy. It seems. So it's not a natural. It's not naturally putting you to sleep. It seems. It's kind of feels like it's messing with your field, your energy field. At least from our perspective.
Yeah. I feel that it's not right, and I'm trying to understand how they work in order to replace them with some, I don't know, herb or.
Yeah, it's more like a root or herbal root. We don't have a herbal root with us, what it's called, but more of like a natural vitamin would be better than that. That's like a more of a chemical that's unhealthy for you. It seems like it goes into your brain and does things there. We're not really seeing what it does exactly, but it's not healthy for you. So,
can you point, sir, something that I can that's closer to?
well, at this time we don't have the knowledge of it. Just look towards vitamins and a vitamin that or a root that can help you sleep. Basically, that's all we're seeing at this time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have Marvin.
Greetings, Raymond.
Yes, greetings.
For my first question, I guess last couple of days I haven't been getting no sleep and stuff, and I'm just trying.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
No. It's very low.
How about now?
Yes, it's a lot better.
Okay, for my first question, Redmond, I haven't been getting any sleep for the last couple of days, and I'm trying to figure out what's been going on and what's the conversation and who I've been making contact with.
Well, you're saying at astral, it seems. Whoever you connect with at astral is not happy with you, apparently. This might just a reptilian presence there. You can put out in the energy of just whatever contracts, whoever you made upset, let bygones be bygones, because they seem like they're really irritated with you. I believe you're working on alien contact. It seems like an astral, you went to a realm that you weren't welcome to go to. But you found it. You found a hidden place in astral that you weren't supposed to find.
Did it have to do something looking at them documentaries?
Yeah, it has something to do with it. Yes. Apparently, you're getting close to something, which is okay, but it's hard to sleep when you're doing that. So we don't see what you're doing as negative. It's just some beings are getting a little bit upset with you.
Okay.
But this is good that you're doing it, though.
Yeah, I've been peeping into the past. Okay,
No,
for
you're
my
doing
second.
good. It's just hard to
Let's
sleep.
just
Just keep tea. Herbal tea is good for sleeping. I believe you'll find some way to make it work.
okay. Thanks, Redmond. And for my second question, from the serious elders, can they please give me an enlightenment? I guess something that I don't know of that I've been looking into that they could probably help out or probably peeped in. They could probably chime in. That could more or less is like a big brother to little brother talk. Is it something that you guys, what's name from the serious group, could let insight on about what I've been doing?
Well, you've been connecting a lot to Anunnaki recently. You've been walking their past. You're not always fully aware of it in your physical, but we're learning more about your Anunnaki connections. And I believe you're healing the bias that's going against them because they don't see it as negative, but you're not seeing it that way. You're seeing the positives they did on the earth. And yes, they're part of the amnesia of humanity, but I believe you're just bringing a more positive connection to them. That's what it looks like.
For the positive Anunnakis, this is still part of my second question. I'm wrap it up real quick. Can they make themselves consciously aware of what's named the positive that I'm trying to do with, I guess, the knowledge, the secret knowledge that they left and stuff? And do they sometimes make themselves known without, being known?
Yes, they do. Sometimes, yeah. So, yeah, you've been having a lot of Anunnaki visitations recently, it seems. And that's kind of making some beings feel uncomfortable. But you're making peace with them. Not that you're at war with them, but you're just becoming more knowledgeable about your connection with them.
So is that astral or is that like a physical?
So it's astral, yeah.
Okay.
But it's affecting your physical, it seems.
Okay. Thank you, Redmond, and blessings. Fist bump, and I'll put one in the air for you, Redmond.
Of course, yeah. Awesome.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we got James.
Oh.
Yes, greetings.
So, me and Daria said it's okay if I ask about this. It's a dream I had with her, and it's fairly long, and she thinks it's kind of like a timeline or one of my realms. Can you tell me more about it?
Well, yeah, you're on an adventure, it seems. Astral, but basically you're learning more about yourself, it seems. So, yeah, you're teaching her what you are, like your shaman self. You're showing that side of you. Basically, you're going deeper, more into who you are overall. It's kind of like a hall of mirrors, but of yourself, it seems. And you're showing Daria, and Daria's learning from you, and you're learning from each other, things like that. So you're just going deeper into yourself, basically. So they're opening up halls, realms within you that you didn't believe that were there before, or hard to access. Eventually, it'll come into the physical, it seems, when the time is right.
I see. And you give me a message from Princess Diana, and also is she one of my main guides?
She's a strong presence. She doesn't say she's your main guide, but she could be. She's not. She just said, help you to guide you into the right direction, help you with your music, basically to heal your energy as you go into a new realm. Basically, you're going more into a higher fourth dimensional vibration. It's just that you're cutting away your old energy field. There's more fifth dimension energies that you're downloading to yourself. So, yes, the next couple of years you're going to feel a lot lighter, feel more. It does feel like you're going to be leaving your body more, like more out of body experiences. What she shows. in due time. I mean, you've been doing it, but I don't think they've been remembered. So eventually the memories will come back.
Thank you for you.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up last this evening is me. Thank you again for coming in.
Yes, blessings.
Thank you. My first question was like goes back to your opening message about physicality and letting go. It's like the allure of physicality, like food and sex, and like releasing attachments and duality is something I'm constantly going back and forth on.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm not the only one with that, but personally, it seems like I keep going down those rabbit holes. I feel like the next major chapter in my life is kind of like on hold until I heal these attachments. Do you have any messages on this?
Well, yes, you're going more into a 5D reality, so you don't want to go too fast because you're still connected to the library of humanity, the Akashic record of humanity. So, yes, you're bringing in more 5D energies slowly. It does seem like it's coming into the entertainment fields, and you're healing that vibration, basically. It's just like you have a frequency that you bring in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a somber frequency. It's like when people get tired throughout the day, they don't know why. It has something to do with it. It's just that, especially when they get angry towards others and they get tired, you're just helping others to realize themselves. People are fighting themselves. That's why people get depressed so easily, because they can actually get to know themselves, but they're not ready to see it yet.
That's interesting.
You do a lot of dream work, basically. So you can't become non-physical here, so you just do dream work with others, it seems.
So something about my energy field makes me sustaining an angry kind of energy, just draining for the person.
Well, those that get angry, yeah, for those that get, it's like now's the time to know more about yourself, and they get kind of frustrated. But people that get frustrated don't know why they get frustrated. Sometimes it has to do with them learning about themselves. Yes.
Okay.
Like a family member will say something that triggers them, or they get kicked out of the house, or get kicked out of somewhere else. It's another way of getting kicked out of their reality to reset themselves. But some aren't ready to do that. They go back to their old ways. So people have a time to just basically change, always look at things differently, but they're not. A lot of times they're not ready to do that.
Am I on my path right now, or do you foresee any kind of delays with any of these attachments and distractions?
Oh, you're doing the best you can here, as you can see.
Okay, fair enough.
Humanity is like holding on. It's just holding on to the physical, so you can feel that.
Yeah.
So you can feel that heaviness. So it's mostly like what you're going through, of just healing that physical realm that's attached to you, what you're feeling from them. It's like, I don't need to feel your baggage anymore. You can heal that presence that you're feeling. And they'll get it, because, they're holding on to spiritual people and not realizing it. Because that's why people are getting astral attacks too. Because many of you are going to, like, driving by churches and then get an energy attack. Because you're telling people they can release a lot of these programs, and people choose not to. So basically, you're telling people they can turn off the program.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean they have to become non-physical. They just can release from what they're going through, the turmoil that they're putting themselves in.
And don't like people messing with their business.
Exactly.
Right.
So they get angry. They call in dark entities. They do all kinds of things.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that. My second question. I've kind of parted ways in a sense with group meditations, so I don't mesh with energies, with some of these controlled agendas and egos that have kind of crept into these groups. But it's kind of leaving me with like a lack of excitement or purpose or, sense of accomplishment. Is there something more efficient than I can do with meditation that'll reignite that fire within me personally?
Only thing we're seeing is like crystal energies, visualizing crystal, diamond crystals that you feel you're connected to. We do see you also past life healing with yourself. We see a lot of connections with Africa. Well, what I see here is an elephant being that you're connected to, an elephant collective that you're connected to. That's trying to teach humanity. All these animals at one point try to teach humanity of its potential. And of course, they fought it off. So all these animals are teachers of of humanity that they rejected.
Yeah,
Rejected teachers, you can say.
yeah. Because I remember the Elephant Collective came in, and I felt their energy like a somber pain
Yeah,
projection on the from the planet and from
yeah,
humans. Ah, right. Yeah, so that makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. So yeah, you can have a lot of alien beings here, just humans are rejecting because they're stuck in their old ways. So, so what you feel, yeah, just healing that human element, that hard-headedness that you feel from humans.
Hmm.
You know, because a lot of those in the spiritual community have that energy connected to them too. So they have not fully released the physical either. But as
Yeah.
you probably feel, you're becoming more non-physical, and it's really increasing itself, definitely. So
Yeah, well, I guess for another time, I'd like to explore the differences of physical and non-physical and how the body's going to kind of evolve into the next dimensions, because that's, I guess, the question of the unknown that a lot of humans are kind of holding
well,
themselves back from.
a lot of it is just basically leaving your. You become more aware that you're leaving your body. It'll be more out of body experiences. I mean, your body will still be functioning and walking around and doing its thing, but you'll see yourself in astral. You see yourself, your alien friends doing your alien connections as your body still does the normal thing. It'd be very surreal.
Yeah, yeah. As long as we can hold on to a sense of physicality,
Yeah,
people won't be as so scared, of
yeah,
just losing it all.
yeah. So another way is when you're just sitting there and you, like in front of people, and you go into your astral self, but you're still there functioning. And people see like another version of you standing right next to yourself.
Does that
At
mean
least
our
in a,
DNA,
yeah,
our DNA, our soul
it
is
just broke
able to
up.
multi? Oh, sorry.
Everything just broke up.
Does that mean our DNA was going to activate and able to use more capacity to
Yeah,
multitask in those functions? Well,
yeah.
all right, makes sense.
I mean, your astral self will be more, more of a lucid energy, like a ghost. It'll be, I mean, people will be able to see it. It won't be a physical being. So, yeah.
All right, very cool.
So that's the next phase. So yeah, you're like you're on drugs, basically.
Well, all right, yeah. Well, that's something to look forward to.
Yeah,
Well, I
because
appreciate.
you'll be able to think in your astral mind and your human mind just fine. It'll just be weird at first getting used to that. So your part of your human self might start to sneeze for some reason because you're feeling disconnected at first. It's like, whoa,
Hey, your astral self just shoots out of your body.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So
funny.
yeah,
Okay, well, thank you
all
very
right,
much. Blessings to you.
all
Much
right.
love.
Blessings to you all. All right, all right. Blessings.